What's up guys, Zaid here, and today I've got another Lunalight Tri-Brigade combo for you. My deck profile is in the description, it's on my channel. I'm sure you've already seen it if you're coming to this video though. And the end goal, or like end board you're aiming for every single time, is a Scythe set, a Revolt set, a Tornado Dragon, and a DPE, which is going to allow you to Scythe lock your opponent, but without having to worry about a droplet. They have to draw droplet and a trap to send off droplet, and then you still have so much follow-up that it should be fine. And I'm going to show you how to do this combo with just Chick Tiger, and then the rest of your hand doesn't matter what it is. But given the nature of how this deck works, you have to have other cards in hand for like discards or for putting back with, what's it called? The Bear Brum. Yeah. And I didn't think this deck was able to do it with just Chick Tiger, to be honest. Like, every hand I do is just like, I playtest hands, and then they all get the combo almost. Like, you have to really brick. If you're playing, you're comboing for the most part. But I didn't think this exact 2-card combo could do it until I sat down and really just kept thinking about it. I ran it back like 4 times and I figured it out, so I want to show it to you guys because I'm kind of proud. So we're going to start with normal summoning Chick. We're going to Chick dump Yellow Marten, activate Tiger, special Yellow Marten, and then we're going to link into the Baron Blossom. It's important to note that we do link into this because you kind of need this for the follow-up. We need to legally be able to activate Revolt, and the fact that we hard summon this Baron is going to allow us to. So then we bounce the Tiger for the Yellow Marten, activate the Tiger, special the Chick. We're going to Chick dump another Marten. And then here we overlay the 2 level 4 Beast Warriors for the Tiger King. This is important. This card fills the gaps in this deck so well, because in order to do the entire combo, you need access to both the Lunalight and the Tri-Brigade engine. And if you only open Tri-Brigade, you can get to the Lunalight, and if you only open Lunalight, you can get to the Tri-Brigade. That could be a cool video too. Maybe the next one I'll do will be like Fractal plus another Tri-Brigade and how that would combo into the same thing. But we're going to use Tiger King. We're going to set the Tanky. Tanky's going to grab Fractal. Then we'll activate the Fractal effect. Dump Kit, dump Nerval, grab Fractal. Just load the grave with the floaters and banish material. And we haven't used Baron yet, so we'll use Baron to special the Fractal. Then we link here into the Dagda. And so, like, with this test hand, I'm obviously not going to use Baron Blossom. But something important to note with this is, like, say these are, like, there's not even 3 Garnets in the deck that, like, are actually Garnets. Because I was going to say, see, these are, say they're Celestial, Dasher, and I can't think of a third one it could be. You'd say Scythe, but then you don't have to make Dagda. Like, each Garnet, if you're playing the game and you open one of them, they don't prevent you from playing the game because you drew them. They actually make it easier for you to play as long as you already have combo. They're only Garnets in the sense that they don't facilitate the combo on their own. But if you drew like Celestial or Dasher here, you do have the Baron to put it back. So like that just keep that in mind. Like, you're going to make your hand a little bit better as well. Not that you need it, because Chick Tiger is apparently enough. So here we're going to Fractal for 4. This is the part that I was missing when I couldn't figure it out. The Fractal for 4 is what's going to get me into the ability to fully extend. And it gets you into not... I thought that you use this to get the second Tri-Brigade name, but you don't. You summon him, and I use Dagda. I forgot to chain Dagda to Fractal, but that's when we're using it. And then you link away with the Omen for the Tri-Brigade Rampant Rampager. Also, he's hard summoned, so that's cool too. Like, we have 2 guys that we like naturally summon, so they can be used off Revolt. We're going to summon the Rampant Rampager, good old Bear Brum, and then Omen is going to search us Zephyros. It did not like click to me in my head for a bit that like I could search this card outside of the rank 4. And so being able to search it here is insane, because this is what's going to give us the Tornado Dragon. Because here we have Dagda, set Scythe. We have this, so all we need is Anaconda, Tornado Dragon. And so we pitch 2, going to pitch one of the droplets in the Zephyros to special Kit. And then Kit can banish to summon a guy. And so this gives us the Anaconda. And so because that gives us Anaconda, we just need a rank 4, which means we'll get to bounce with Zephyros. And the reason I'm explaining this to you guys real quick, also before I actually like just click next and do it, is because I wanted to, but then also to point out that you do this first. You want to make the Anaconda before you would like bring out the level 4s to make the Tornado Dragon. Because most players aren't familiar with this deck. This is not a very popular deck right now. I think people like it. Like, my videos on it have done well, but nobody's like playing it at events. And so if you make the Anaconda here, it's typically correct to just Nibiru. If you see Anaconda, you Nibiru, because if I activate this effect, I'm going to get DPE and you misplayed. So people will nib you here, and then you still have the ability with Zephyros to make Tornado Dragon. So if you got nibbed, you would still Scythe lock them with a Revolt searched. You wouldn't be able to do it through a Droplet, but like if they have nib Droplet and your only 2 starters were Chick Tiger, like good for them. But so we summon the Anaconda here. We're going to bounce Tiger for Zephyros, activate Tiger, special Kaleido Chick, and that's your Tornado Dragon. And then you'll use the Anaconda, you'll summon your DPE. And this part's important too. You know this if you watch my combo video, but here we're going to use Phoenix Enforcer. We have to do it in our main phase, not on the end phase or anything. So like they could chain Nib here. So if they know how your deck works, Nib would blow you out. But the thing is, people aren't playing it, and they also aren't playing this deck, so nobody knows, so they don't use it correctly. But we'll use the Phoenix Enforcer, pop these 2, and we're going to get the effect to add Revolt, and then we're going to put back a Droplet. The reason you have to pop them, I said this in my other combo video and in my deck profile, but if this is your first video on this, the reason we have to pop them is because we need Revolt zones. And so we're going to Tornado Dragon. I'll just show you, actually, because I did it out here, too. Tornado Dragon is going to pop Scythe. Scythe is going to summon. And so here, say your opponent over here chains a Droplet. You're going to chain Revolt, but you only have 2 monster zones. Given the current line that we made... Oh, it doesn't let me show my extra deck. That's annoying. But we have the level 3 Shurig left. We've used our Omen, but the fact that we have Shurig... We have 2 different Link 2s. I think the Banished one is the one that we hard summoned using Chick and Tiger. So here, they chain Droplet, we chain Revolt. We can legally activate it because we could summon a 2 and a 1 to link into the 3. Then we chain DPE, popping itself in the Scythe. So their Droplet would fizzle. And then we're going to summon out, the DPE resolves popping, so Scythe is going to resolve. We summon out the Tri-Brigade and the Nerval. We're going to make Shurig. And then the DP will activate Engrave. The Nerval will activate Engrave. And we're going to search a Karis. I don't know if Karis is technically the correct one to search here. It probably is, but maybe it's not. But from here, right, not only do you have infinite follow-up, because you've got the Karis that's searched, and if they're not able to out this Sheller, he's going to be able to grab you the Nerval that'll bounce back at the end phase. So on the end phase, this is our follow-up, plus this board, with the Celestial and Dasher. And so, not only does this stun them out of the extra deck, you probably won the game just off that, but I'm going to just show you guys that even if you didn't have all this follow-up, if they don't out the board, Sheller and Dagda just go into the access code talker. He's at 53, then you have Tornado Dragon, Phoenix Enforcer. So not only did you stun them for a turn, but you put up lethal on board that could also clear a board without like putting forward any extra resources. And then you also, I didn't even draw for turn when I like reset the end phase. So you have these 3 cards. You have your Unknown from turn 0 that you didn't use to combo. You have the Karis and the Nerval that you added. You have the Celestial Dasher Engrave. You have Tiger summoning a guy. Yellow Martin bounce Tiger. Tiger summon a second guy. Like the follow-up is insane with this deck. And real quick, you might be thinking, what if I play against Eldritch? I'm just going to like let you know that if you ended on that same end board that I ended on, you're going to have wasted the Tornado Dragon, honestly. Like, the Scythe will resolve, and they probably weren't going to use the extra deck anyways. But you're going to then get to use the... you're going to have the same amount of follow-up. Like, they're not going to be able to out all your cards because they're just going to set back row pass. And then you'll get on the end phase, DPE, pop a back row. Maybe pop itself. It depends on if you're playing around certain cards. And then DPE will get its effect. Your turn rolls around. You'll get DPE to come back. Tornado Dragon can pop a guy in the draw phase before DPE comes back if you want. DP, clear a third, access code, clear them all, go for game with all your other cards. And if they interrupted any one of those points, like, you still have all these extenders, so you're fine. And that's the combo for you guys. If you have any ideas on, like, other 2-card starters, like, if you play this deck particularly, and you have opened hands and you're not sure how to do the full combo with the hand, but you think it's possible, let me know, and I'll sit down in solitaire until I figure it out. And thank you guys for watching. I love this deck. Check out the profile if you haven't seen it. Deuces.